welcome to Jason's Acoustic Workshop. Today I'm going to be showing you some of the gear that I use whenever I go out and play live. And if you want to see me live, and if you're in the Green Bay area or the surrounding areas, just go to jamesunplugged.blogspot.com and click on the show dates, and you'll see where I'll be that weekend. Now, I've had people come up to me at my shows and say, Jason, I want to start either a single acoustic act or a two-person or three-person or even a four-person group acoustic. And what kind of gear are you using? I want to know, what are you using that, because it sounds good. Well, I'm going to show you today. I'm going to start off with this little puppy right here. This is the Behringer Europower PMP 2000D. This is what I call the brains of the operation. And this is what I put my vocals and guitar through. Has 14 channels, 9-band EQ, 25 effects. Now, I don't use all of them, but it's good to have plenty of channels in case one channel goes down. You can always just plug into another one, and then you can get that channel fixed at a later date. You also have an input-output for your XLR if you want to play some music during your breaks. Okay, like I said, your 25 effects. I usually use just reverb and a 9-band EQ, which I keep flat. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I like and what I don't like about this. Of course, there's more that I like, or else I wouldn't have bought it. You can get it for probably between $300 to $350. If you order online, maybe you can get it cheaper. I would not recommend getting a used one, because you don't know what that mixer has been through. There may have been, you buy a used mixer, and that mixer's probably been through a heavy metal band or a rock band that's been playing the crap out of this thing. You got the overload lights going on and off all the time. Maybe some channels are blown. You never know. So it's always good to buy new. But when you buy new, you're guaranteed that it's going to last a long time if you take care of it. You have to take care of your equipment, because if you don't, it's not going to last very long. And this is an expensive piece. All right, so I'm going to show you what I like and what I don't like about this. All right, here we are, the Behringer Europower PMP 2000D. And as you know, it's got 2,000 watts. It might be more than what you need, but it's always good to have more than enough. It's good to have more than less. If you're playing a small little club and you need to keep it low, all you got to do is just turn this down like that, no problem. Or if someone invited you to play at their wedding and it's a big hall and you need more power, you just turn the power up. So it's always good to have too much than not enough, as the old saying goes. Now, this first one that I use this for my vocals. I put in my mic wire into here. The white is your main, red is your monitor, and orange is your effects. Okay? So the second channel, I put my guitar. Of course, I've got the 1/4-inch input. Goes in there to the effects pedal, into the guitar. Okay? This is, like I said, your monitor. You adjust that accordingly to what you like. Everybody's different. Now, with the vocals, I have the high in the middle, and I have the low in the middle. The mid, I have it turned up just a little bit so the voice can cut through. Okay? With the guitar, I have the mid and the high in the middle, and I have the low about halfway. Now, the reason why I do this is because with my palm muting technique, you kind of give it the sound of a bass drum and snare, and you need that bottom end to give it more of a fullness. Okay? My EQ over here, as you can see, it's flat. I don't raise up the EQ unless it's absolutely necessary. Use the EQ over here, okay, or on your guitar. Now, you have a thing right over here says A and B, main L, main R, which is actually main left, main right. You can use that if you're using your just the mains. I use the monitor mono. You just snap it up to the middle here, right there. That way you use the one side for your mains and one side for your monitors. Now this here is if you have a wireless mic. I don't use that, so it doesn't matter to me. EQ, you can turn it off and on. If it's out, that means you're not using the EQ. If you push it in, that means you're using the EQ. Okay? And like I said, it's got really good power. It's nice and clear. I have no problems with it. As far as the effects, you have Hall, reverb, flange, phaser, tremolo, all that good stuff. Delay. And also you have mixed ones like delay and reverb, chorus and reverb, and that kind of things. Now, I always use just the reverb, mainly the Hall. And in the next part, I'm going to show you, I'm going to turn it on and I'm going to show you all that stuff, okay? But for right now, we're just showing you what all is here in the front. And like I said, this is for your effects. Each effect is different. You can have more reverb in your guitar than in your vocals and vice versa. Alright, now this here is your 25 decibel thing. If you're going to pull out your guitar, you don't want your system to pop whenever you pull out that cord. So what you want to do is you want to push that in. That way you don't hear a popping noise. Or if you're tuning your guitar, some guitars like mine, if I release the tuner, it makes a popping noise and it's not good for the system. Okay? Alright. Now, like I said, over here you have the XLRs where you could put in your iPod or your phone or whatever. And I've used like Pandora or something like that, put on music. Put that in and you can just hear. I usually like to have these flat right there and have just a little bit of bass. Alright, so we're going to get to the back, and I'm going to, well, before I do that, everything here makes my guitar and my vocals sound crystal clear. It might be different for other people. People sing differently. You might want a little more mid, you might want a little bit low or high. It's totally up to you. Okay? Now, like I said, it's got a nice clear voice. There's a lot of sound, there's a lot of power, and that's the good part. Now, this is the bad part. Alright, this is the back of the mixer. Now, you have the 3-prong plug-in here that comes with it. Of course, your on-off switch right here. Got all your information right here. Make sure you read it. If you have an instruction booklet, make sure you read that too. Now, over here is what is the con, or basically what I don't like about this. Usually, when I use I've used a lot of mixers in my lifetime, and they've all come with 1/4-inch plugs, 2 of them each, 2 for the main, 2 for the monitor. Okay, but this one here only comes with 1, and it's not even a 1/4-inch. It's one of those 4-pin connectors. Now, a couple of years back, they were using, with these new mixers, they used the 4-pin connector, and it would have the 1/4-inch in the middle. They're not doing that anymore. I don't know why. They should. Behringer, if you're watching this, please, you need to upgrade this. But the top is for your monitor and your bottom is for your main, unless you have it plugged in to both mains. Now, what you have to do if you're going to be using, if you're using the main monitor, which is your monitor main, and you have 2 main speakers, you have to do what is called daisy chaining. Okay, and then the next part will show you how to daisy chain. But like I said, you can get a connector, and I'll show you that in the next part. There's an adapter that you can get if you have only 1/4-inch wires. You can get an adapter that goes into here. It's got a 4-pin connector on one side and a 1/4-inch female on the other side. So you can connect your 1/4-inch. Unless you want to go and spend money and get the 4-pin connector wires. It's totally up to you. But like I said, this stuff is not cheap. So if you have equipment, utilize it. If you can't, well then you have to buy new. Okay? But in the next part, I'm going to show you how to daisy chain, and I'm going to turn this baby on, and we're going to play through it, and we're going to see how it sounds. Okay? So for Jason's Acoustic Workshop, if you want to support the channel, be great. There's a PayPal link on the top of the main channel page. Or if you can't do that, which is perfectly fine, just hit the subscribe button. Okay, you can help me out by doing that. Okay? So we'll see you in part 2, where we're going to be turning this baby on and we're going to be daisy chaining. We're going to show you how to daisy chain. Okay?